compound it at 100%. Now you can compound at whatever percentage you want. The minimum that you have to compound is what? 35%. The reason why we've got compounding into our model is that you do not stop mining. Because if you didn't have compounding, your contract will, or your experience with us will stop. When? 3 years later. Because you've got a contract, you've got a begin date and you've got a end date. So if you do not compound after 3 years, what's going to happen? You're going to be done, you've mined, your contract comes to an end and you're done. If we implemented a 35% compounding, thank you. If we implemented the 35% compounding, it means that every day as you are compounding, every new purchase is seen as a new contract. That new contract is how long? 3 years. So will you ever stop mining with us? Never. You'll never stop mining. Even if you just leave it at 35%, you will always be mining with Dragon Mine. Last Star Galaxy mining. Does that make sense? So know that once you start with this, you are going to be with us for the long, long run. Does that make sense? Very important. If this is the situation that we need to start and have a long-term strategy, we need, because now a lot of people are telling me, Tony, I don't want to mine with us anymore. I want to go mine now with the other guys. I said, do you know who they are? No, but they are giving me double the percentage of what we are getting here. I said, okay, but do you know who they are? No, but I'm getting double at what we're getting here, or triple, or 5 times. Guys, I want to warn you that you need to choose your partnerships in this industry. You need to choose your partnerships in this industry. If you are just coming in for the quick buck, then go and try to mine with the other guys. Just saying, you'll soon come to learn what we've learned. And we've lost a lot of money. Do you understand? But if you have a long-term strategy and you want to start protecting and growing your wealth, then you need to start choosing a partnership with people that you know and trust and know that they are real. Does it make sense? Yes, we cannot give 120% in 2 hours. But we're not interested in giving 120% in 2 hours. Just saying. We want in because we want to stay here for 5, 6, 10 years, 20 years, 60 years. Does it make sense? So guys, I already can see how greed is coming in to this industry when you start making money. So now you need to write this next sentence down. Greed will kill you in this industry. And fear will keep you away from what we are doing. Can I repeat it again? Write it down, guys. Because when you phone me and you ask me about the other platforms and you are getting double or 3 times or 4 times, then I'm going to ask you to please go back to your book of notes and read what you wrote down. Greed will kill you, and fear will keep you away from what we are doing. Understand that we have a strategy. The strategy for us in this community, Doc Ann said it so beautifully, is to protect and grow our wealth, guys. We are not telling you guys you're going to become millionaires in 2 days. That's not what we're telling you guys. But we are telling you that if you do what we do, you will protect and you will grow your wealth. Got it? Okay. Okay, I'm on the internet again, so I'm just getting the pages reloaded for me. Okay. I'm getting there. Last page. Now, this is so nice to be here today after 14, 15 months of history. so that we can compare our accounts with each other. So that we can compare if your strategy or my strategy or whoever's strategy is the better strategy. Because we're all learning, guys. We are all learning from each other. Does that make sense? Okay, some are in for the cash flow, some are in for the wealth protection, some are in for the growth. You need to decide which ones is going to be better for you. Okay, so let's go back. Can you just put it in for me? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back to my back office and I'm going to pull out the history of my account when I started. I remember I started with $2,500 contract. At that time, that's all money that we had because we lost money. The few pennies I can put together at that time was the 2,500. I only had 2,500 to spare, and I still had to pay the 405. So it was the 405 plus the little bit of money that I could put together at that time was $2,500. But now let's go to history. Let's go to history, and I'm going to pull back the history from that date. Guys, this is so amazing if you understand the figures. I bought my contract. We only went live on the 1st of March. Can you see that? I had 11,000 with the bonus 500. I had 11,500 in cash. But I want you to look at that 11,000. It was making me every day 0.02266 bitcoins, more or less, but at a value of $8.92. So my account started with $8.92. That is not bitcoins that we bought. We didn't buy those bitcoins. Those are bitcoins that we mined. Telling you, am I lying to you when I'm telling you that we are printing our own money? I'm printing my own bitcoins. We have just figured out how to take bitcoins and push it back into rands and dollars and euros with our debit card. Does that make sense? Who's using the debit cards every day? Who's using those debit cards? Put up your hands. Only a few. Well, I use mine every day, so. Because I'm mining. That's why I can use mine every day. Do you understand? Because I'm mining the bitcoins. But now look at this. I started with 11,000, and then a year later, 12 months later, just because I was compounding, nothing to do with team building. Nothing to do with team building. Look on the 1st of the 3rd. Where was my gigahash? 33,000. So I went from 11,000 to 33,000. Can you guys agree that I tripled my mining power? I did not put more money in my pocket. I just allowed what to work for me. The compounding. Does that make sense? That's all I've done. But today, I don't have 33,000 anymore. Today, I have how much gigahash? So I'm going to go back. So today, I have got total of 96. So what has changed? What have I done differently this past March, April, May, with this 2 months? What's the thing differently that I've done now? I'm still compounding. I've been buying more contracts. But Michael, with whose money? With what money? With money from my pocket? No. From where?
Team building.
From the money that is coming from my network, the team. So every day, as soon as I've got $500, I buy. So I've got another $500 that's going live on the 7th, another 3,000 gigahash going. Why am I doing this? Because when I started, I said to myself, if I can only get to $100 a day, if I can only get to $100 a day. Now let's have a look. This account is making me on a 24 hours $44 now a day. You guys with me? It's making me $44 a day. Let's go to the multi-mining side. How much on the multi-mining side am I making?
$150.
So let's go and refresh. Let's go to pending purchases, which is today's purchases. How much is there, guys?
21.
How much?
21.
So 71 plus 40. How much? 44. Is how much dollars a day am I making now? 100 and? So it's taken me a year to go from $8 a day to get to over $115 a day. Now that I am at $115 a day, guess what is my target for next year, end of February?
300.
1,000. Some of you guys already know me. I'm very stupid. I'll just put a zero. It's very easy. $1, put a zero, is $10, put another zero, $1,000. Guys, you must keep this thing simple. If you keep this thing simple, you will beat the game. Some of you are too complicated. Some of you are too technical. You guys are outsmarting me. You guys are out asking me the difficult questions, and then I have to go and research and then come back to you. And then I'm asking you, well, how's that going to help you to make more money? That is information. There's a big difference between having information and having a strategy. You guys get it? There's a big difference, guys, of wanting information and having and choosing a strategy. Now, in the beginning, I also wanted information because nobody taught me this. I needed to get all the information. But that's why we are now in a community. All the information is there for you in the back office. Everything, Lifestyle Galaxy, all the videos that Andrew and the team leaders have uploaded, all the information is up there for you. But you guys have to choose a strategy that's going to work for the strategy. When you choose a strategy, keep to your strategy as long as possible. Because if you're chopping and changing every 2-3 months, you're not seeing the results. You're not seeing the rewards of your strategy. My strategy is to keep on compounding, and some of you got to get a heart attack now, is to keep on compounding until I can get to my 7th year. Because then I'm not making, just on the compounding side, I'll be making more than $1 million a month without team building. Without team building. That's just on the mining side. Why other people are not able to do it is because the other platforms don't last that long. Scams, guys. Most of them are scams. That's why you need to choose the right vehicle for the right strategy. So if your strategy is to protect and grow your wealth, then Lifestyle Galaxy and Galaxy Mining is the right platform for it. If you want to make 120% in 2 hours and lose your money in 2 weeks, don't do the other stuff. I'm not going to keep you away from that. But don't cry. Don't come and cry to me, do you understand? Because I've already lost money, guys. There's leaders in this team here that's lost money with us. Am I right? We've lost money already, guys. Our purpose here is to protect and grow our wealth in our community. This is not a quick get rich scheme, guys. Okay? But if you implement a strategy, you can decide how much money you can get out of this. You decide. Let's quickly go back to the Bitcoin mining side. Any questions on this? Any questions on the Bitcoin mining platform that you are seeing there? Any questions from the team here right now? Nothing? Yes, sir. My strategy. You can flick it at any time. You can. Remember, if you need cash, you change your compounding settings.
One day.
Just drop it from 100% to 90. Live off the 10%, Adrian. If you tell me, oh, Tony, but $10 a day does not buy me enough stuff. My 10%, $10 a day? Well, then compound longer. Don't be greedy. Does it make sense? So if you want to have $100 a day, let it grow to $1,000 because 10% on $1,000 is $100. Remember, guys, I'm very stupid. This is very, very easy. I only work in zeros and 10. Very easy. Keep it simple.
That 7-year plan that you've got, is that based on this 96,000 or are you going to?
No, I'm keeping on buying contracts. All the money that I'm making here, because I can, fortunately I can take all the money that I'm making and I can push it back into buying more because now I'm putting petrol on the fire. I'm not just compounding now. I'm putting what? I'm compounding and I'm adding more contracts. So remember, guys, I started with $2,500. Now you guys are going to get a heart attack. I started with $2,500. And today I'm sitting with, look at this. Two and a half is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11,000 on the Bitcoin mining side. So I started only with how much? $2,500. I'm already sitting with 12. How much? 12,000. That's only on the Bitcoin mining side. And then on the Ethereum, how much money I'm sitting there with? I'm sitting there with how much? I'm sitting there with another 7.5. So I'm sitting there with $19,500 after how many months? 14 months, 15 months. And I started with 2.5. Yes, the first part was just compounding. Yes, I'm also a networker. Okay, so you do not have to do the networking. We all agree. You can just mine and you will make money. Does that make sense? But if you combine the two together, I see your hand. If you combine the two together, it's like putting petrol on fire. Does that make sense? You can unfortunately not follow this strategy on other platforms. Because other platforms won't last 2 years or 3 years. You will lose your money. They will go. Do you understand? You need to become part of a system where you know that Lifestyle Galaxy is not just relying on Bitcoin mining to make profits. Doc Ant has already shown you that we will have 7 different, we've already got, and we will have 7 different income streams in Lifestyle Galaxy. Why is that important, guys? Why is that important? It's important for you to understand it because we as a company don't make money out of Bitcoin mining. You make the money out of Bitcoin mining. Because 100% of your money goes into where? Mining equipment. You need to understand the culture of this company. You need to understand the culture of this family. And you need to understand what we are trying to achieve for our community. We've only got one thing in our mind. Protect, grow our wealth. That's all, guys. We just want a safe haven for us. We just want a safe haven for our money. That's all that we are looking for. Do you understand? We do not want to fear what's going on the outside. We don't want to worry when other people are losing money or the other stuff are stopping. Does it make sense? But yes, I'm sorry, I cannot give you 120% in 2 days. I'm so sorry. But I'd rather give you a platform that will last for 12 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Happy with that? Yeah. Okay. Don't be greedy, guys. The questions that I'm getting from the community is all greed related. Okay, I'm going to take 3 questions. Do you have a question yet? No. Jay? Okay.
Tony, so you're taking a strategy, the total at the end of this on the compounding will still be worth more in spite of losing the
So you're asking me now, after 7 years, will my compounding be more than what I started?
taking into account.
Okay, I want you to answer your own question. Look at the screen and answer your own question. She's asking, will my compounding at that time be more than what I'm losing? So I want you to answer that question yourself, okay, by just looking at the back office. You can just look at the back office. I'm just going to log in. And this is a very important. Was it taken out? Okay.
Oh, damn.
No, that's
Go
fine,
on,
that's fine.
Neil.
Put in. So, guys, this is so important, and we've done videos and videos on this already. The easiest way for you to see it and understand it, and for you to teach your team, is go to your back office. Go to your back office. Go on to your Dragon Mining back office. I'm not used to this. Dragon Mine, this one. Go to your Dragon Mine back office. Click on History. And then click on your first transaction that you did when you started. Remember, I've been compounding since day 1. Now, on the 5th of the 3rd, 2016, I bought 40 gigahash. You guys can see that. How much gigahash did I buy? When will that 40 disappear? 3 years from that day. Then that 40 will be gone. We are a year away from that date, 1 year. What is my compounding today? So which one is bigger? The 331 or the, what was it, 40?
This is 0.
So can you understand that by the time I hit 3 years on this contract, that 40 is going to disappear. But that day's compounding might be 1,000 gigahash. So now I'm compounding 1,000, that's going to go for 3 years, and I'm losing of that day 40. Will you ever stop? No. Do you understand? So this is only because you've implemented the compounding principle. If you do not implement the compounding principle, you will not outbeat the system. You will not outbeat the system. Now, by the time I lose the 1,000 gigahash of that 3 years, I might be already on 10,000 gigahash. Does it make sense? So you are compounding faster than what you are losing down the bottom. Very, very important, guys. Very good question. I had a question in the back. Same question. Is that clear to you? That it doesn't matter when you start losing your gigahash on the 3rd year, as long as you're compounding more aggressively than what you were losing. That's why if you chop and change every time, you're not going to have a strategy. You need to stick to your strategy, whatever that is. In my case, I'm compounding 100%. Maybe you cannot afford to compound 100%. Well, then go with 90-10. Or go with the 80-20. Or go with a 70-30, but I wouldn't go less than that. I wouldn't go less than 70-30. Meaning I'm compounding 70% and I'm withdrawing 30% a day to buy woolies. Okay. Fantastic, do that. So if people want their money back immediately, do what Adrian said. Come in, compound for 35%. So you're taking out 65% until you've got all your money back in your pocket. When you've got all your money back in your pocket, change it and go 100% compounding. Try to catch up. Unfortunately, those guys will never catch up to the guys in the industry that's compounding. If you understand that compounding it's better for you to compound aggressively in the beginning. And then later on, just drop it from 100 to 10, from 100 to 90. I've got people, I've helped a gentleman, he's not a networker. He's in Cape Town last week. He only withdraws once a year because he doesn't understand how to do all this stuff. So I must sit there and I must remember his passwords. And Condre will laugh because Condre knows that's his client and I have to sit with his client. All these gentlemen, he compounds 100%. Okay, he bought a lot of contracts, and we only do once a year. We do withdrawal. That day we withdrew 400,000 rand for him. One day, 400,000 withdrawn. Now he budgets it. Very clever. I can understand why that guy is financially free. He says, Tony, this is all money that I have for the year. Finished. 400,000, this is my spending money. If I want to go on a trip, I'll take it from the 400,000. Anything that I want to do, I'll take it from that 400,000. But that money is only growing bigger and bigger for him next year. Next year it will be more. It will be about 600,000 or 700,000 for you next year. 2 years, 3 years later, it will be maybe 1 million, 1.2 million that is pulling out. But that he budgets it. He said, well, this is only that's all I've got to spend for the next 12 months. And that's his strategy. That's why he grew and put this portfolios together. Yes. So on the multi-mining side, I am only mining now expense. Yeah. So have a look at this. Look at my back office. Mining. Can you see where all my mining capacity is? It's on expense. Because currently, expense is giving us the better reward for us to buy more. So if you want to buy more gigahash, then expense is the right strategy for you to compound and to multi-mine. But if you want cash flow, if you want coins out, then you have to mine Ethereum. So if you want cash flow out, you must mine Ethereum. But if you are in for the compounding and you want to buy as much capacity as possible, then you must do expense. And this information was shared in the Facebook groups when we did it. If you'd heard it today for the first time, then I'm asking you please to work closer with the group of your leaders. You need to make sure that you stay close to the information that's moving in this industry. Because guys, the market cap has doubled in 2 months. Information moves quickly. When we do a strategy change, we have to do it quickly. So you need to be connected with your group on the Facebook groups, on the WhatsApp groups, at least once a week. Phone the sponsor that's working with you. Otherwise, you're going to lose the information. Yes. Yes. Meaning you want bigger contracts. Yes. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's fantastic. Yeah. So in the future, you're going to see bigger contracts, bigger amounts. Okay, because we've got bigger people coming in now. Yes, sir. Yes. Exactly. Exactly, guys. Your capacity that you own here, that 457 megahertz that I own there, I can mine whatever I want. If I like Ethereum, I will mine Ethereum today. If Ethereum doesn't look after me, I can mine Zcash. You're saying? So this puts us in a very favorable position because we are the only mine in the industry that has got this one. There are other companies that's doing other stuff, but the way that us is done, David Martin has developed this for us, specific mindset on creating wealth and wealth. There's nobody else in the industry that allows you to do what we do, the multi-mining. I know you would want to build your capacity as much as possible for the next few months. Okay? Guys, just build your gigahash, your mining capacity for you to have as much as possible. The more money you will be printing in future for you. Okay? Delayed gratification. Okay, I'm going to come to an end. I've got 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Very, very important. Very, very important strategy. If you are mining for cash flow on multi-mining, leave it on Ethereum. But if you are mining for a compounding principle, that you want to compound as big as possible, as high as possible, then go for expense. Follow a strategy. Choose whatever strategy you want, but stick to it as long as possible. If you're going for 100% compounding, stick to it as long as possible. If you're going for a 90-10 principle, stick to it as long as possible. If you can, you are going to thank us many, many times in the future.
We're ready.
Thank you. I thank you too. Yes.
So if you go for the cash flow option, and if you advise to get the dividend, keep the coins or
Keep the coins. If you've got Ethereum, keep them. Do not sell them. When are you going to sell them? I don't know. Wait until it hits $1,000 and then ask me. Maybe I'm going to tell you, let's put another zero. We'll see. Guys, so on the multi-mining side, you guys got the information. On the Bitcoin mining side, I am how many days away? I've got another $500 contract coming at 3,000 gigahash. Within the next, by next weekend, I will be more than 100,000. Who's got a calculator? Play a calculator game with me. Who's got a calculator? Take a calculator, take 100,000, times that with 5.35. First year. 5.35. Times it another times, 535, the second cycle. Times it with another 5.35, the third cycle. Times it with another cycle, the fourth time, 5.35. No, it's not right. It's too many zeros. You already should be in the millions. That was the fourth year. Times now for the fifth year. Times that. Well, I'm only going to do this exercise for 5 years. Because you guys won't sleep if you understand this for 7 years. Divide that by 100,000. How many cycles is that? That's cycles. Times that. How much money am I making today? 120? 115. Times that with 115. How much is that? $. Times that with 30 days. I rest my case, guys. Guys, thank you very, very much for your time. I'll see you guys at the next training. Thank you very much. Guys, God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, is that the best approach you give? Let's get rid of the applause!